Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cass from Cass's Critters here, and today we're going to be talking about the most rewarding animals that I keep. I keep a lot of animals. This is no surprise to anybody. I have a lot of animals, I have a lot of reptiles, I have a lot of arachnids, I have amphibians, I have everything. In this video we're going to be talking about the most rewarding animals that I keep, and what I've enjoyed keeping the most, what has given me the most pride in raising up, and stuff like that. Just pretty much anything that I have that I feel very, very honored to have and lucky to have raised up successfully, I guess. Or even just kept and gotten eating or something like that. Just things that are very, very rewarding to me. This video is not a beginner-based video. There's not really any animals in here that are beginner-friendly. I don't think. There might be like one or two, and I will be sure to let you know which ones they are, but for the most part this video is full of intermediate/advanced animals, and just always do your research before you get anything, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get to the video. Alright, so the first animal is a more intermediate/advanced animal. I'd say he's more probably advanced, since their care has yet to be perfected in their diets. There's still something that are very, very argued about in the community, and that is my Savannah monitor. He looks like crap right now because he has shed all over his head and all over his, oh, not really anywhere else, just on his head. And he also has dirt all over him. He does need a bath. But I think this animal is extremely rewarding just because not many people know about them or their care or stuff like that. And a lot of times people impulse buy them at pet shops when they're like 3 inches long, and all of a sudden they're a foot long and eating anything and everything, and they become way too much for somebody. I bought Batista when he was quite a bit smaller than this, maybe about half the size, and he has obviously grown so much, and he has become a very, very friendly animal. He will come up to me when he's in his cage. He has not bitten me. He has scratched me, and I do have to file his nails every once in a while because I don't trust myself or a vet to cut them. But I do file them down myself, and he lets me do this. He enjoys his bath time. He is just overall a really, really awesome animal to own, and he is actually a captive bred Savannah monitor, which makes it a lot easier because a lot of Savannah monitors are wild caught and imported into the country. I'm sorry, my throat. But yeah, Savannah monitors are really, just really awesome lizards to own, but they are not beginner friendly in the slightest. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I tilted you too far. But yeah, this is Batista. And I think he's so rewarding to own because, you know, he's thriving for me and he's doing very well. And that's not something that everybody can say, because a lot of people do impulse buy these animals and they get rid of them when they're like a foot long and eating rats and mice and eggs and big ass roaches and stuff like that. So, you know, he's just a really freaking cool lizard to have. And I don't really recommend them. They aren't really that good of pets, but... Ooh, overexposure. There you go. They aren't that great of pets, but... I don't know. You could really, really work with them. And please ignore my background. But let's get to the next animal. My next animal that I think is rewarding to keep is not one I can hold. Not one I would ever hold, even though you... I'm not even going to say you can, because it's not really right. But the next animal is my rattlesnake. He is a Southern Pacific rattlesnake. His name is Ekans, and I actually caught him myself back in August, and he has absolutely thrived for me so far. He took to feeding right away. He took to captivity very, very well, as a lot of rattlesnakes do when they're wild caught. They tend to adapt pretty well, and I know it's controversial that I actually have the rattlesnake and that I caught him myself, but I spoke to Fish and Game, and they had absolutely no issue with it. I need no permits. It's fine. Everything is okay, and I can keep him legally. And that's all that really matters, and that I'm not going out and hunting them in the masses, you know? So, yeah. But he is right there in the melamine cage next to me. I have the melamine cages. One has him, and one has my Savannah monitor. And he is in that one. They're both expecting an upgrade when I move out of my mom's house, because... these are 3-foot cages, and they both need bigger. Yeah, I just think he's very rewarding because not everybody owns a rattlesnake, and not everybody can own hot snakes. And better yet, successfully without issues and safely. It's just something that's very, very rewarding to have, and this is definitely an advanced animal, for sure. So yeah, I guess on to the next animal. So the next rewarding animal is actually more so an entire family, I guess. And this is just arachnids overall. I have 3 tarantula slings right here. I have Heteroscondra maculata, Brachypelma vagans, and Aphonopelma samani. But then I also have 3 other tarantulas that are adults and a scorpion. I have a lot of arachnids, and I find them very, very rewarding to keep because it's kind of like a fish tank, a look don't touch pet, but there's so many species and so many varieties of every single, of all the arachnids out there, and they're just so beautiful, and you can make such beautiful displays and watching them eat, and it's not at all a high maintenance pet. They're very, 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 very easy to keep. They're just so cool. I don't know. I find them very rewarding, especially raising them up from tiny slings, because all 3 of my slings are very tiny. They're between a ½ inch to an inch, maybe at maximum, or maybe like a 1/4 inch to an inch, because I do have some pretty tiny slings. But all of them have molted, and all of them have eaten many, many, many times for me, and it's very, very rewarding to keep them. As I keep saying, just watching the tiny baby spider that you bought, 2 years ago, go from that tiny, tiny spider to a full-grown 5, 6, 7-inch tarantula. It's just so amazing to me. And their sling colors have absolutely nothing to do with how they look grown up. The Heteroscondra maculata is just a fluffy little gray spider with iridescence all over it when it's a sling, but as an adult it's pretty much gray and white as a female, and males are brown, but they're just so beautiful. So I just find them very rewarding to watch grow, I guess. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I guess, but it's fun. I don't know. I enjoy it a lot. So yeah. So my next animal is my reticulated python. He's a very stinky boy right now because he peed and I have to clean his cage. But he is definitely a species that I am the most rewarded by keeping. I love this snake so much. I love him with all my heart, and I'm so lucky that I got him. I got him maybe a little too early, and that's, I guess dependent on your opinion. I got him really early on, and I jumped too quick to make videos about him. But now that I have had him almost 2 years now, about 1.5 years, I can definitely say a lot of things more confidently and with more information. These are very active snakes, and they are not at all for beginners. These are more, in my opinion, probably more advanced snakes to keep just because of their sheer size. Maybe a super dwarf could be somewhat intermediate, late beginner friendly because they are significantly smaller, but they do have attitudes, and they do have, I don't know, it's just, they're a lot. But I love this boy so much. He is mainland, and he is almost 2 years old. He will be 2 this May. And yeah, this is probably the most rewarding animal I have, just because I did raise him from a 3-foot, 2-month-old snake, and now he's like 6 foot and thick as hell and eating large rats. So yeah. But they are very active. Let me see if I can get him to show his face. They're also very, very, very strong. Here you go, buddy. Look at the camera. But if you do work with them every day, they can become absolutely sweet snakes. Very, very, very friendly. Very curious. And just very, I don't know, just awesome animals to keep. He still is so rewarding to keep. Even almost 2 years later, he is so amazing. So yeah. And this is Mercury, and he is the most rewarding animal I own, but there's more. I need to take some pictures for my thumbnail. I don't know where he keeps going. My dog's in the background, so I don't know. You can't see her. She's under the pillow, but yeah. I think out of all these animals, tarantulas and reticulated pythons are probably what I'd recommend more, because these can be amazing pets, and tarantulas, they vary. But there might be one more pet. We will see. If not, then it'll just jump to an outro. So yeah, he wants my coffee. And finally, my last rewarding pet is really any amphibian or any aquatic life, sort of in that kind of way. Something about having a fish tank is just so awesome, but then having an amphibian is even more awesome because you have a piece of the rainforest with you, pretty much at all times. If you have a frog, of course. If you have like an axolotl, then it's like having a fish tank, and they are extremely rewarding too. I just can't get my axolotl on camera because, you know, he's in a tank, and I can't take him out. Ooh. But I love my axolotl so much, and he's extremely rewarding, and I'm going to put him into this section as well, because I raised him from a tiny, tiny, tiny little guy, and now he's like this freaking big, and he's awesome. But any amphibian is really, really awesome to keep. They're hardy, or not hardy, but they're pretty easy to keep, but you do need to have pretty much perfection when it comes to it. They can't be sprayed with tap water, or they can get sick, and you can't really have any lotions or anything on your hand, or the oils on your skin, so you do have to wash your hands beforehand and afterwards. But they are just so rewarding and so awesome to keep. I didn't raise this guy. I didn't raise any of my frogs except for my boyfriend's Pac-Man frog, but technically I didn't raise him either because I wasn't there all the time. My boyfriend raised him, and he did an absolutely awesome job at it. But the only one I really raised was my axolotl, but they grow so quick. Just amphibians overall, they grow really quickly, and I don't know, it's just really cool. Just hearing them call at night is really awesome too. I can't really explain why amphibians are just so rewarding. They just are to me. I love amphibians a lot. I always have. Ever since I was a kid, I was in New Hampshire catching toads and frogs and shit in the ponds. So, you know, it's just based on what you think is more worth keeping. He's still out. He's just right here. I don't know where to put him. So, here, you want to sit on the bag? Here, you can sit right. Oh, nope, he doesn't want to sit on the bag. He wants to jump. Okay, he's sitting on my leg now. But yeah, I don't know why they're just so rewarding, but they are. So, I mean, he didn't want to sit on the bag, which is a little upsetting because he could have been in the shot the whole time. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about amphibians. They're just freaking cool. I just really love keeping them. I love amphibians so much. And yeah, I keep saying the same stuff, so this is probably boring. But look at his face. Just look at it. It's so cute. Look at his little froggy face. It's gonna focus. Please. Please focus. Oh yeah, and this is Squeaks McEperson, so... I don't know. Amphibians are just fucking rad. So yeah, I'm gonna go put him back and we're gonna end this video. Alrighty guys, that was the video. That was all the animals that were extremely rewarding for me to keep. And obviously I still have all these animals and I still love keeping them. Remember that opinions are not facts, and this list may be different for you or someone that you know. Or it might be the same, who knows. Maybe you keep pretty much all the same stuff that I do, and you think they're equally as rewarding, because that would be freaking cool. I don't really get to handle these animals often. The only one that I do handle often at all is Ekans. No, I don't handle Ekans. Oh god, no. I handle Mercury a lot. My reticulated python, I handle him at least a few times a week. I try to go for daily just because I want to keep him friendly, and they are very, very smart snakes. And I do believe that they can sort of get somewhat of a bond with their person because they are just so intelligent and they do remember. But otherwise, I don't really handle any of my other animals that I mentioned in this video. I don't handle my arachnids at all. I don't handle my Savannah monitor that much because they do stress really easily. I never handle my rattlesnake because that's just not good. And then I don't handle my amphibians ever, pretty much, because it's not good for them either. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I had a lot of fun making it. I'm sorry that I got bored during the amphibian part, but I just love them, and it's not really that easy to explain why they're worth it to me to keep, but they just are. It's just some sort of like, it's worth it to me. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because we're growing. We're already at 300 subscribers, which is not much compared to, you know, the bigger pet tubers, but it's still a lot for me. I didn't expect to get this far. And I also just hit 1,000 on Instagram, so if you go follow me there, I post daily, pretty much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.